Clearing utility access to an antebellum home. William Hovey Smith, 2024. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And with water and fire and rake and hoe and some homemade implements, we are proceeding to clear up poison oak and various treelings that have grown up around the foundation of my house. And now we're entering a very touchy stage because this is a part of the house where my gas line, my electric line, my telephone, my internet connections are all behind all this pile of vegetation, which we are removing. In working out this area, our strategy is going to be to take my axe and start cutting a line about through here and then clear from here over to here on the surface and remove some of these small trees like this one. And a lot of this is going to be delicate work because of all the power lines and other stuff coming through here. And I've designed a new little tool. I actually salvaged this head in a previous episode over here. I've now put an expedient handle on it. So this enables me to do relatively lightweight directed digging and without the great force applied with an axe or the grubbing hoe. And so we'll use this when we get close to the lines. The roots you see in the foreground are not cherry laurel. Those are in fact roots of poison oak, and which is a bane in this whole operation. I've gotten the cherry laurel tree loosened now with the grubbing hoe, and I've been working carefully very near the surface, and now I'm going to take my smaller tools and see if we can actually lift that tree. You can see the part I freed over here is still attached down here somewhere. You can see that little bit of poison oak coming up in the middle of the yard? Well, that is sprouting from one of these roots that I am chasing. And that's why it's necessary to actually get out all these poison oak roots if you hope to suppress your poison oak. Should anyone doubt what I say, I dug the entire root out. I have the mule tape wrapped around the lowest part of the root that I can reach, and also around the trunk of the tree. And we'll see if we can pull out as much as we can. Now I wetted this last night with water to soften the ground, And you may have noticed the difference. Some of the ground is obviously wetted and other quite dry. So we'll see if we can get it out of there. Our approach was successful. We got all the way down to the starter roots here. Okay, that one is out for good. Support this channel by buying my outdoor books, business books, novels, and recommending them to your local libraries. I've done a number of books, including outdoor titles, business books, and also novels. Now, last time I told you about my book Crossbow Hunting, which describes everything you need to know about hunting with a crossbow. And my ideal is not killing necessarily trophy animals, but putting food on the dinner table like I did in my book Backyard Deer Hunting. Now, I've taken a number of different game animals with a crossbow, as you will see. Now, you don't need the biggest, newest, most expensive crossbow on the block to go out there and kill an occasional deer at archery ranges. No. Any good crossbow with a 150-pound pull or so will do the job very, very nicely. You don't need all the bells and whistles. You can get out there, get close, and go get your deer, your hog, or your black bear. We now have 4 of our saplings pulled, 2 of which are cherry law, those 2 on the right, and the one on the left is privet hedge. And we did this in the same way that you saw previously, by using the mule tape and getting it around the roots and pulling from the bottom. And that way we were able to extract it without entangling or endangering any of our electrical lines. We started to expose the gas lines, and we removed all of the little trees except one, and that's that pecan tree, and we've uncovered the roots of it. Well, that tree is growing directly underneath the intersection of 2 gas lines. So I dare not try to pull it directly. Otherwise, I'll just pull up the gas lines. So what I'm going to do is excavate beside that tree. Now, to do that, I'm going to have to move a fair amount of soil. We have here a screen set over my cart. So as I move the soil, I will go ahead and screen it and remove the biologicals and the archaeologicals, and see if I can get down more or less a foot below the ground. Well, as a technique, it looks like it's working. Well, I'm afraid we got rained out. Yeah. Thunderstorm and a little light hail. This tree that you see growing out of my shoulder is located at the edge of my house between 2 propane gas supply lines. And obviously, I'm trying to clear out the vegetation, and we'll be pulling this tree. Now, the problem is the line is forked, and the tree roots are growing between them. Consequently, I can't pull the tree directly up as much as I would like to without disturbing and rupturing perhaps the gas lines. So what we're doing is digging beside it, silving the soil as we go to get rid of poison oak roots and small poison oak plants that have sprouted from seed, and pulling this 12-foot sapling out of the ground, hopefully. We managed to dig down on the trunk of this pecan tree, and you'll notice the roots are actually bigger than the trunk. And we managed to pull the gas lines fairly well away from the roots and expose them completely so they're not entangled with the roots. So I believe we'll be able to pull out directly with the truck. Well, second time was the charm, and we got it, including all the way down to the taproot. You can see how far we dug, which was down around, well, about 8 inches from the surface. And then we pulled out about another 10 inches of roots. And yeah, we basically got them all. Well, this video is going long, and we have been on it for several days. But we finally got it done. We finally got those gas lines exposed, and we got them dug out, and we got that pecan tree removed safely. Now, if you're going to tackle such a thing, by all means, turn off your propane tank before you start fiddling with the gas lines. This I did first off, and you should do exactly the same. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.